Hello, fellow Columbans. I'm David. As we observed Columba Day this week, I've thought of where I was a year ago at about this time, on pilgrimage to the Isle of Iona, off the western coast of Scotland. Over centuries, thousands of pilgrims have been drawn to this small, windswept island in search of a deeper relationship with God. Columba founded a community whose missionary work spread Christianity throughout the region. But Columba was more than a monk and a church planter. He also helped lead people out of alienation and conflict by extending hospitality and pastoral care to those estranged from their families and communities. And he served as a reconciler and peacemaker among divided peoples. For those unsure of where they stood with God, Columba's ministry of compassionate listening and spiritual encouragement offer the assurance of God's love and acceptance to all. Today, Columba's legacy is carried on by the Iona community, which draws pilgrims to seek a deeper connection to God while inspiring us to be seekers of peace and justice. Pilgrims come to know Iona as a thin place that erases the distance between earth and heaven, between the material and spiritual realms. I treasure the memory of hiking to the southern tip of the island to a small inlet known as St. Columba's Bay, the place where Columba and his followers landed. Today it is a barren beach strewn with an uncountable number of small, smooth pebbles. It's said that Columba chanted the Psalms by the sea each morning, and at this bay, named for him now, we can hear God's voice in the endless dialogue of water and land as the tide scatters the stones. Like other Iona pilgrims, I picked up 2 pebbles and gave thanks to God. One stone, a sign of what weighs me down and needs letting go of, I tossed into the sea. The other, a sign of new possibilities which God is calling me to discover, I brought home with me. Here's that stone a year later, in a less tranquil setting. We confront again the evil of racism that has poisoned our national soul, woven into the systems by which our society functions. We also grieve the losses and disruption of a prolonged pandemic, whose impact highlights inequities among us. We're more aware than ever of the need for the abiding presence and example of Jesus, and to honor the image of God in one another. The transformative power of the gospel shines through in Columba's legacy and is at the heart of today's Iona community in its mission for peace, creation care, and racial and economic justice. This stone reminds me to strive more intentionally to bring the spirit of Columba into all my relationships and to join with you in working for change, in fostering the closer bonds among people with whom we share our city, to spread the love and justice of God. This prayer of commitment from Iona Abbey is a reminder that Columba's lifelong work remains our calling. In gratitude, we give ourselves to you, our God. Take us out to live as changed people, because we have met the risen Christ and cannot be the same. Ask much of us. Expect much from us. Enable much by us. Encourage many through us, so we may live to your glory, both as inhabitants of earth and citizens of the commonwealth of heaven. Amen. And peace be with you.